In Nkwume, there lived a girl who wanted fame more than air. One night, she entered a forbidden forest, and traded something she never thought she needed. But when the shadow she sold returned to claim her life, Adaora discovered that some dreams demand a price far darker than night. In the bustling town of Nkwume, where the market never slept and stories traveled faster than wind, lived a girl named Adaora. She was 16, beautiful in a quiet way, and known for one thing: she wanted to be famous more than anything else in the world. Every evening, Adaora would stand in front of a small mirror, imagining crowds cheering her name. She dreamed of being the most adored girl in the entire region, someone people would travel miles just to see. But reality was different. In school, nobody paid attention to her. At home, she was just the daughter of Mama Nena who sold vegetables by the roadside. Adaora wanted more. She believed she deserved more. Her chance came the night the elders warned everyone never to wander near Ojinji forest after sunset. Rumors said strange spirits roamed freely at night. Most people stayed far away. But Adaora, she felt drawn to the place, as if something inside the darkness was calling her. One late evening, after another day of feeling invisible, she followed the whispering wind toward the forest edge. The trees swayed as if watching her. The air felt colder, heavier, as though she had stepped into a world that didn't welcome humans. "Why are you here, Adaora?" a voice echoed softly, yet everywhere at once. Adaora froze. She couldn't tell if the voice came from behind her or beside her. Before she could answer, a figure stepped out from behind a twisted iroko tree. It was tall, dressed in a robe darker than night, and its face was hidden behind a mask made of smooth black wood. "You seek fame," the figure said. "You crave the eyes of the world." Adaora's heart raced, but she nodded. Something about the figure felt both dangerous and strangely comforting. "I can give it to you," the spirit continued. "But everything has a price." Adaora didn't hesitate. "What do you want?" The spirit's masked face tilted slightly, as though studying her. Then it pointed to the ground beside her. Her shadow had grown unusually long. "I want your shadow." Adaora blinked. "My shadow?" "Yes," the spirit replied. "Give me your shadow, and the world will give you the fame you desire." Adaora thought it was ridiculous. What was a shadow? A dark shape on the ground. Something that didn't matter. Something she could live without. Without thinking twice, she agreed. The spirit stretched out a thin, bony hand. The ground beneath Adaora trembled. Her shadow began to peel away from her feet, rising slowly like smoke lifting off a fire. Adaora gasped as it floated toward the spirit's hand. The moment the shadow touched the masked figure, a strange warmth flowed through her body. "It is done," the spirit said. And then it vanished. The next morning, everything changed. Adaora woke up to a crowd banging at her door. Her mother rushed into her room, screaming with joy. "Adaora! Adaora! People are waiting outside for you. They want to see you. They are saying you brought luck to the whole village." Confused, Adaora stepped outside, and the cheers began. People pointed at her. Children followed her like she was a queen. Women asked her to bless their businesses. Men said her name like a prayer. Even the chief invited her to sit beside him at meetings. Within days, Adaora became the most talked about person in Nkwume. Gifts poured in. Songs were composed about her beauty. Traders offered her free clothes, free food, free jewelry. People said her presence brought good fortune wherever she went. Her dream had come true. She was admired. She was loved. She was famous. But fame came with shadows of its own. At first, Adaora didn't notice anything wrong. She barely paid attention to the fact that she no longer cast a shadow. She thought no one else noticed either. But they did. It started with whispers. Children stared at her feet. Elders stopped when she passed. Some people made signs to protect themselves from unseen forces. Her mother prayed louder every night. One afternoon at the market, a little girl pointed at Adaora's legs and screamed, "Mama, where is her shadow?" Everyone froze. Adaora looked down. The sun burned bright above her. Every object around her cast a dark, clear shadow. But she was a figure of light standing on bare ground. Fear spread through the crowd like fire on dry grass. Some said she had traded herself to a spirit. Others said she was no longer human. A few claimed she brought fortune because she had stolen luck from unseen beings. Fame began to twist. People still wanted to see her, but now they were afraid of her. They followed her, but from a distance. They didn't cheer her name anymore. They whispered it. Adaora tried to ignore it, but at night, she felt something else. Every time she closed her eyes, she sensed something, watching her from the corner of her room. She began to hear her own shadow calling her name in a voice that sounded like hers, but darker. One night, she felt a hand on her shoulder. She turned around, but no one was there. Another night, she woke up to find footprints leading from her bed to the door, footprints that were not hers. She realized something terrible: her shadow wasn't gone. It was alive. And it was coming for her. Desperate, Adaora returned to Ojinji Forest. She cried out for the masked spirit. The air grew cold. The trees shook violently. "You came back," the spirit said, appearing once more. "I want my shadow," Adaora pleaded. "Take back your fame. I want my life." The spirit laughed softly. "You traded what you didn't understand. A shadow is not just darkness. It is your grounding, your balance, your truth. Without it, you have no peace." "Then give it back," she cried. "You cannot take back what you freely gave," the spirit replied. "But you can earn it." Adaora fell to her knees. "How?" The spirit pointed deeper into the forest. "Your shadow wanders there. It is lost, frightened, angry. You must face it. You must accept what you rejected." Adaora walked deeper and deeper until she reached a small clearing. There, standing in the center, was her shadow, alive, moving, breathing. It looked exactly like her, only darker, with hollow eyes full of pain. It stared at her with resentment. "You left me," the shadow said. "You wanted the world and threw me away." Adaora trembled. "I'm sorry. I didn't know what I was giving up." The shadow stepped closer. "You wanted the light. You forgot the parts of yourself that were not perfect." Tears streamed down Adaora's face. "I accept you. All of you. The good, the bad, the things I'm afraid to show. Please, come back to me." For a long moment, the shadow didn't move. Then slowly, it walked toward her. It touched her hand, and a surge of warmth spread through her body. Her shadow slipped back beneath her feet, fitting naturally where it belonged. The spirit's voice echoed through the forest one last time. "Fame without self is emptiness. Never forget." When Adaora returned home, the strange fame disappeared. People no longer followed her around. The whispers faded. Life returned to normal. But Adaora had changed. She learned to find joy in being herself, not in being seen. She discovered she didn't need fame to feel important. She needed truth, balance, her own shadow. And from that day, she carried a quiet wisdom: not everything we lose is worthless, and not everything we gain is worth the price.